Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to another session of data analytics. So today basically we will be going ahead together for automation. Okay, so we will be understanding about what is automation, how it is taking further and how we can do it. Okay, so let's just proceed further then. So before that, let me share my screen. Yeah, hopefully my screen is visible to you people. Now, coming down, we are here to discuss about automation. Okay. So, what is automation? Automation is like letting a machine or computer do tasks automatically without humans doing them manually, right? So now, so for example, suppose the idea is mom set a timer to run the sprinklers in the garden, or any of your gardener maybe have done that, right? So the sprinklers turn on automatically, right? You don't have to just put the sprinklers on every day after at a specific time. So it is automatically switched on at a specific time and also switched off at a specific point. Okay. Now you schedule your like any of your robot mobs are coming nowadays, right? To clean your room at around suppose 5 p.m. Right? So the robot cleans the room by itself. That is automation. That is the idea about automation. So automation is the task done automatically. Automation is task done automatically. Okay, that is task done automatically. Coming down, we have how automation works. How this automation works. That is, it starts, then it reads the task. Then what happened? It follows some instruction. It follows some of the instructions. Then it completes this task and then it stops. Okay, and then it stops. So it start, read the task, follow some instruction, complete the task, and then it stops. Okay, now coming down to the line one, that means it starts. Start means the computer or the robot wakes up. Computer or the robot wakes up. Okay, computer or the robot wakes up. Coming down to the second, that is the line two, that is the start. That is read the task. Okay, second one, or I am, it will be difficult to write it like that. So I am just writing side by side so that you get getting the clarity also. Okay, what does start mean? Computer or robot wakes up. Okay, read the task. That means look at what it must do. Okay, fine. What can be the example for it? Like the same one, turn on the sprinklers. Okay, so coming down after reading the task, follow some instruction. Follow some instruction means execute step by step. Okay, execute step by step. That means open the valve, next spray the water, wait for 5 minutes, close the valve, like that. How it is? Open the valve, next going down, spray water, wait 5 minutes. Then what it does, it again go down to close the valve. Okay, so this is the idea. Now let's just see this one a bit like that, and I will wrap it. Right. So now it has come up. Now the thing is about following the instructions. It's been done. Now complete the task. Complete the task is task finished. And finally stop. Stop means goes to rest until next task. Okay, goes to rest until next start. So this is the idea. Okay, now in real life it can be used in many, like making a cup of tea automatically, like you'll start the machine, add the water automatically, boil the water, add tea leaves, wait 5 minutes, pour the tea into cup and stop. So no human hands needed after starting the automation, right? So the automation is like automation in computers. Like if I have to give you the idea about automation in computers, so let's imagine the computer wants to sort the numbers automatically. Sort the numbers automatically. Sorting numbers. Okay. So we have the numbers like 50, suppose then 10, then suppose 30, and then 20. Okay. So these are the numbers. Now how it will do? So it will go as start. Second one is going as read numbers. The third one is compare first two numbers. Next, it goes as repeat. It first compares two numbers. Like if it is like if there is there is a kind of thing like if it is needed, then swap, then swap if needed. Next, it goes down this one, that is compare next two numbers. Compare next two numbers. Then what we do, we repeat until sorted. Fine. Now the we are getting what? We are getting the output sorted numbers. The output we are getting, that is sorted numbers. Okay. And finally, what we do, we stop. Okay. Here basically what we are doing, the here we are just start is making the computer is ready. So computer is ready. Okay. Then what we are doing, reading the numbers, that is loading the data, loads the data. Compare first two number. It sees first, sees which is bigger, first two number, and sees which is bigger, like comparing. Okay. And it swipes accordingly. Like if it is 50 and 10, so 10 is smaller. So based on that 50, like we are sorting it down. So we have to just we compare the first two. So when it is comparing and sees which one is bigger, so 50 is bigger, so it need to be swapped. So 10 will come down, then I'll get 50. Right? That is what it is doing. So in this stage, it is taking the first two numbers, it is taking swap if needed, make the first number as smaller. So we are getting 10 comma 50 here, right? Now again comparing the next two. So after comparing, it continues checking accordingly, like comparing next two, repeat it until it is sorted. So in the end, I will be getting the numbers as 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 50. Here I have by mistake written 30. So it is 10, comma 30, comma 50. So this is my sorted data that I will be getting. So sorry, here I need to add it. And then again, it will be stop. Stop means start, finished. Okay. So this is automational logic that is applied. Okay. Now here basically the work is mainly done by the automated way by the computers or the robots. So automation versus manual work if we are comparing. So human effort is needed in case of manual work, but in case of automation, there is no human work that is required. Coming down to time, in case of manual work, the time is consuming more, but the automation is completed faster, but manual work come down slower. Next, coming down with the errors. With the manual work, there can be many errors, but with automation, there will be fewer errors. Coming down with the repetition, manual work, it's hard to repeat it, but automation, it's easy to repeat. So manual work is suppose writing 100 reports, but AI with automation writes the report automatically, faster and accurately. Right? So that is the idea. Now, automation in daily life is like switch on, switch off lights. So sensor detects you, turns on the light automatically. Then emails. Computer sends emails like the birthday emails automatically. Whenever is your birthday, you get an email based on the banks, right? Banks like bill auto paid every month. If you have an EMI that it is getting cut every month at a specific point, you don't have to pay attention. About factories, robot assemble toys automatically, right? Coming down with the apps and software, Excel formulas is getting calculated numbers automatically. So all this follows some of the logic as a code line. It starts, it reads, it executes, like we get the output and then finally we stop. Okay. Now, automation in analytics. So, automation in analytics uses AI or software to do this task automatically. This task is the task like collecting the data from multiple sources, clean the data, that is removing the errors, analyzing the trend, generate the graphs and the reports, predict the future outcome. Okay. Now, line by line, if I am just giving you an idea, so it actually starts in case of automation, it starts like give me the idea. Okay. It starts, next it goes down with load data set. Third one is clean the data. Fourth one is find patterns. Next we have the generate find patterns, then generate charts or graphs. Sixth one is coming out creating reports. Seventh one is suggesting the prediction. And finally, we stop. Okay. So the first one and two, it starts like the computer wakes up, then loads, that is, it's loading the data set, clean the data, missing values are taken accordingly, removing the missing value, removing the duplicate, find patterns like look for the trend like sales increase or decrease like that. Next, coming down, generate charts and reports. We make the visuals and get the report. Line 7, we have got this suggesting the prediction. That is, it predicts the future. Like suppose the next month the sales might go grow by 5%. That is the idea. Now coming down in 8 point that it stops the automation. Now, why automation is powerful? Because it saves time, it reduces the error, it works 24 into 7, handles repetitive tasks effortlessly, helps human to to work and like to focus on the smart decision making. Okay, so this is the idea about this, and coming down with the advanced automation logic. So if the data is missing, AI decide how to fill it. If the trend changes, AI predicts new outcome. If the error occurs, AI fixes it automatically. That is the idea. Okay, so this is all about automation. Now we need to discuss about we have to discuss about Python scripting for data automation. So what is Python scripting? So Python script is like for data automation means like writing Python instruction to make the task automatic with data. Okay, so instead of doing the boring and repetitive work manually, Python script to do it automatically. So you have suppose 100 Excel files. So Python reads them and clean the data, calculates the total and saves the report. So that is the idea about this. Okay. Now let's just go here and understand about Python automation. Okay. Okay. Fine. So here we have imported the pandas as PD. So import, as you know, brings something from outside into our program. Pandas is the Python library that handles data into tables just like Excel. Coming down as PD is the nickname, all defined. Now loading the data set. DS, that is stored the data in a box called DS, and PD.data frame, that is creating a table like Excel. We are getting the names here and the marks here. So we have created a dictionary with keys as the column name, that is names and marks, with the values that we have got. For name, we have the values as Alice, Bob, Carol, Dave, all of them. And the marks we have taken as 50, 60, 70, 80, like that. Now we are what we are doing, we are calculating the average marks. So we have created average underscore marks, df marks dot mean. We are doing right. So we here it selects the marks column from the table. Dot mean it is doing, that is calculate the average of the numbers in that column. Now average marks is like store the result in a box, that is called average marks. Okay. Now Python reads all of the marks, adds them like 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80. That is coming around 260 divided by 4, that is 65. Right? Now it saves 65 in average marks here. Okay. Coming down, it finds the highest marks. What is the highest marks that it has got? So we have df marks dot max. So max is like finding the maximum value. So Python selects or checks all of the marks, finds the highest marks and save it accordingly. So here in my data set, the highest marks coming down as 80. So it is automation. So Python did all of the calculation automatically. Okay. And saving the result. Now I want to save the result automatically. Now the result I am taking equal to pd.data frame. Here basically result is equal to pd.data frame. That means it creates a new table with column name as matrix, with column name as matrix. This is the matrix and the value and the value. So matrix is the name of the thing we calculated and value is their value actually. Okay. Now we are getting result dot to CSV and we are putting where I want to save it. So result.csv index equals to false. I am writing here. So index equals to false. Don't add row number. Just I want a clean table. That is what it meant. Okay. Now basically Python creates a report automatically, saves it, and you don't have to type anything up here. Okay. Now here, if you are running the code, going up here, we have got the result CSV. We are opening it up here. So the average is 65, highest is 80. So this is how my report has been prepared and stored in another CSV, that is result.csv. Also, you can just download it from here. You get an option of download. So here you'll get the option of download and you can share it to anyone you want to. Okay. Hopefully you have understood this. So where what logic we have taken it, we have imported the tools like pandas. We loaded the data into the table, calculated the average marks, find the highest marks, create the report table, save the report automatically and print the report. Okay, so this is the idea that we have done. Here also we have printed the report. So here you can see how it is looking. Here we have written index equals to false. That's why we are not getting this row numbers as 0 and 1. Okay, so that is the idea. Now taking down with another example of similar kind of report making. Here you can see, let me close this. Yeah. Now here you can see we have import libraries. We have imported the libraries pandas. Pandas is a tool in Python that helps us to work with table or data like the Excel as PD, as you know. So we have taken it like that and we have import load iris, that is scikit-learn in Python library, is a Python library for machine learning. Okay, so load iris is a special data set for flowers that comes with sklearn. Okay, so you can think it of as a box of iris flowers data to play with. Okay, now we have to load the data. So I am using iris. So we store the data in the container called iris. So iris is my variable where I am storing it. Okay, so this actually loads iris, actually loads the iris flower dataset into Python. So iris flower dataset contains 150 flowers, flower record along with the four features measurements like sepal length, sepal width, petal width, and targets like the labels basically as the species of flowers as 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so this is the idea. Now coming down, it converts into a data frame for easy handling. That's why we are doing it. So we are converting the data into the data frame. So pd.data frame that makes a table like an Excel sheet. Data equals to iris.data. That is, there is the number of each flower's measure. There is a number for each flower measurement. Now we are going for columns that is equals to iris dot feature underscore name that sets the column name to sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. Okay, so we got the logic as tables are easier to look at, analyze, and manipulate than the plain arrays. So we think it of as we put the numbers into the clean table and give each of the column a proper label. Okay, now we are going for target, like add target. Here you can see add target. Iris.target we are putting. So DS species actually creates a new column called species and iris.target. These are the flower types. Okay. So now each row of the table has the sepal length, sepal width, petal width like that. Okay. Now we are coming down to automate some of the tasks. So that is, I will be checking the first 5 rows. So I'll be printing df.head show. So the first 5 rows. So you can see the first 5 rows of it and checking for the missing values. I am checking. So I am using df. I am using df dot is null here. So I am checking for it. I am checking for it and I am just calculating it, okay, and printing the result. Then I am calculating the average for each of the columns. So I am doing df.mean. It calculates the average mean for all of the numbers in each column and print the result automatically. Okay. Now it counts how many flowers belongs to each of the species. Okay, that it does. So it gives the numbers of flowers per species and we are just getting it like that. Okay. Now after that, what it does, it saves the clean data into CSV file. So that means we are taking df dot to CSV. that is iris cleaned.csv, and index we have taken false, and then we are just printing it up. And what we are printing? So data has been saved in iris underscore clean.csv. Okay, you got it. So df to CSV iris clean that actually saves the table as a CSV file like in Excel, and index false. As you know, I don't want to save the row numbers. That's why I am omitting it, and print that actually converts the data is data is saved like that. So we've automatically saved our clean table so that we can just view it later. So let me just run it down. Yeah. So it is Irish data where it is. Okay. Irish clean. So here we have got the sepal length, sepal width, petal width, species, all of this we have got it. So this is my Irish cleaned data. This is the cleaned data that I have. Okay. Now I want to create the report. I want to create the report. So I am importing pandas and loading it accordingly. So I have loaded the data. Now I am creating, like converting it to the data frame. Now I want to create a summary report with the mean value. Report will contain the mean. Okay. So that means df dot means that automatically calculate the average for each of the column, and I'll get the report. And I have saved the report to CSV in the name of the file as dailyreport.csv. So here, let it come down. I'll get it then. So daily report, we have got it. Now you can see up here for sepal length, this is the mean value. For sepal width, this is the mean value. For petal length, this is the mean value, and petal width, this is the mean value. Okay. Now we have the concept of email, Python email report. Like the report we have created, I have to mail it using Python in an automated way. So Python email report is using Python to automatically send the file summary or the report through email without doing it manually. Okay, without I won't be opening the I won't be opening the Gmail account of mine, the mail section. I won't be going. I won't be writing it down the entire mail, and I won't be attaching the file. And but it will be doing automatically without me going down and opening the Gmail of mine. Okay, so that this is how it will be doing. So here I have written the code for it. So basically, we are preparing the email. So I am writing who it's from, who it's to, and subject and the message, everything. Attach the report file and connect it to the email server, and send the email and confirm that it is sent. So how we are doing it? So for that, here basically we have imported smtplib. Basically, this library lets Python talk to email server and send the mail. You can think this is a robot's mail directory that you are getting. So from email.mine.multipart import mime multipart. So that is email can have multiple parts, the body and the attachments, right? So mime multipart lets Python combine text and files in one email. Okay. Now from email.mime.text import mime text. So this imports actually allows Python to write the text message on the email. And from email.mime.base import mime base that lets Python handle files like CSV, PDF, image to attach. Okay. And from email import encoders that ensure that the file is encoded properly so it can be traveled safely over the internet. Okay. Now here I have given the email details. So sender, that is the email address sending the email. So that I have given. So your email address needs to be here. Receiver mail address. Receiver is like the email address received, that will receive the mail, That person's mail ID, maybe your boss, maybe your manager, maybe any of your teacher or anyone, you are going and putting it password or a special key to log into the sender's email that needs to be given. Password or the special key to log into a sender's email. Logic is that the robot needs to know who is it and who is sending to. Plus, the login credential needs to be given. So that you are giving. Okay. Now here you are setting the email. So you are using MSG equal to mime multipaths. That means it creates a new email message that can have the text file, text plus the file. Okay, plus it can attach the file. Okay, coming down, we have a message from that is equal to sender. That means set the message address, like set the from address, who sent it, that. And message to, that means we are just setting the address who will receive the email. We are setting the subject, that is daily automated report. So this is what I am putting. So setting the subject line, what the email is all about. So here we are just writing the, you can think about writing the details in the envelope with the subject line before sending, right? So this is what we are doing up here in setting email. Now we are going for email body. In the email body, we are writing like, hello, please find the attached, please find the today attached today's report, right? So this is the main message inside the email. That means, hello, there is today's report. So this is the idea. Okay. Now what we are doing message dot attach mime text body plain. So attaching this text body in the email, right? I need to attach it that in the mail, right? So plain means plain text, no fancy formatting I want. Okay, so this is the idea. Now, what we are doing, we are attaching the CSV. So we are using file name equal to dailyreport.csv that I want. So this is the file we want to set with open file name RB as attached. So open the file in binary read mode, that is RB. So Python can read it properly. Okay, else Python won't be able to read. Part equals to mime base application dot octet stream that we have given. So that means like this part basically, this part prepares the file as a generic attachment. Okay. And part dot set payload attachment dot read that actually reads the file content into Python. Okay. Encoders dot encoder underscore base 64 part. That means it is encodes the file so it can be safely traveled via email. Part dot add underscore header contain disposition file attachment file name equals to file name that it has given because I need to add the header to tell email programs that this is the attachment and this is the name, right? So for this we are putting it like that. Message dot attach part, it attaches the file to the email. Okay. Now coming down, sending email using SMTP. Okay. So we are going with server equals to smtp dot gmail dot com comma 587. So it connects to the Gmail's email server or any mail provider. Okay, whatever be it, because here we have used all of them as Gmail basically. That's why we are using Gmail. Okay. Now, here coming down, we need to connect it then, and we are using 587. That is the port number, like the mailbox door number. Okay, so that is 587. Now we are using server dot start TLS, that is basically start a secured connection. So email can be read by others. Okay, so that is what we are doing up here. Then we are going server dot logging sender and password. This is what we are doing. So message as string that we are doing that sends the email from sender to receiver with all content and attachment. Okay. This is what we are doing, and this password part, what we are doing, this password part, basically we are just logged to the sender's email account. My system can now send the mail because I need to log into the sender's account. Without logging in, I won't be getting the access. So I want to do it, so using password I can do it. Password we have given it before only, like here we have set our password. Now here we have, after that we are using server.quiz quit. That is basically I need to close the connection because like the that needs to be like the robot leaves the email server accordingly. Like this is what we are taking it that way. So it walks into the email server, delivers the envelope and leaves it. So that is the idea. Okay. Now we get a confirmation by printing that email sent successfully. Okay. So this is the idea. So here we prepare the tools like importing the library, send the email information like set the email information like sender's address, receiver address, password, creating the email message like from, to, subject, all of this, adding the message body, writing the email text, what is the email text that we want to put it, that we have taken. Next, we have attached the report file, like putting the CSV into the email. That is what we have taken it. Next, we have sent the then we have connected to the email server securely. We have logged in. Then we have sent the email like delivering the message plus the attachment. We have closed the connection, like we leave the server and confirm the success. That is printing the message accordingly. Okay. So here in the automated way, I have done all of this purpose. Like I have cleaned it up. Like I have cleaned the data set. After loading it, then I have created a report. And after creating a report, I have shared this report to any of my seniors, maybe any of my friends, maybe colleagues, maybe your boss or manager to get it automatically. So every day it will be doing automatically. It will be doing automatically. Okay, so we need to set a time. That is a different concept for setting the time. That is the other way around. But this is how you need to send the report via email using Python script. Okay. So this is the idea about automation using Python script, how you can automate and create the report and download it, how you can do the automation part and share that report using email without opening the email, only just by writing the Python code. Okay, so this is everything that we have discussed in today's session. So we will be just wrapping up the session today here. We will be connecting in the next session and accurately will going down. Okay. So thank you everyone for connecting in today's session. We will be again joining in the next session and completing the rest of the task. Okay. Thank you everyone. Bye.